Welcome everyone. This is Will K-Mac Vintage coming to you live from Grand Cayman, Cayman Islands this morning again. Yes, I'm still home. I'm not traveling anytime soon anymore. Probably not till May when I'm gonna go with my mother to Curacao for 2 weeks, and then after that I'll probably go to Florida for a week and then come back again. Um, but anyway, I have a friend coming down on Monday from actually Florida where I go. He comes down here quite often, and he's gonna bring me a couple things that I forgot to buy or that came in wrong or things like that. The main thing is the sockets. I can't remember how many I bought. I think I bought 100 of the PLCC 44 yeah, 40 um 44, 44 or 40. Well, I can't remember. Anyway, one of those PLC sockets that I need. The main one I need for me to finish all of these boards. But it's almost 9:30 here. Came in nice sunny clear day. Looking outside. My neighbor cleaning his pool. Um, 81 degrees already. Uh, Warm. This video is a continuation of my Marcintosh giveaway, which is the SE30 reloaded board. You can see how far I am already. Now the socket is the CPU socket and the crystal are not soldered in yet. I just have them sitting there. But everything else is already connected and they are in sockets. So I'm gonna solder these two here. On the back side, I have two ferrite beads I need to solder because they came loose from the old board. So before I lose them, I will solder them on the board. So, um, Mar yes, Marcintosh, this is a giveaway. I am going to be making a video with the others that are participating in this giveaway this year. The giveaway is a SE30 complete. Not sure on keyboard and mouse yet. Still got to find out about that one. I'm doing the logic board, and I'm going to make custom ROMs for it that are clean and that have a boot image. It's not going to use the ROM sim. It's going to use the PLCC sockets. So you can just pop them out and put them into a programmer, and you can program them again, update. Because if they're in their sim, unless you have a ROM sim programmer, which very difficult to get, but I am resurrecting the project again, so I will have those available. Um, yeah, it'll be ROMs in that way with a boot image. It'll be brand new sockets for the 8 actually sims for the RAM. I'm trying to make some 4 megabyte RAM sims. I'm hoping to have them available too. If not, this board, I may need someone else to actually donate some actually RAM. I don't have much RAM, so anyway, I am donating the logic board. Like I said, Eric from Eric's Edge is doing the analog board and the power supply, and he's already shipped them to the person that will be receiving everything and combining it together. That person is actually Ron from Ron's Computer Videos, and um, he is also donating the metal frame inside the case and the CRT, which he's picking up from St. Louis this weekend or next weekend. Um, then Joe from Joe's Computer Museum, jcm-1.com, your number one source for Blue SCSI version 2. I know he's going crazy building them and ordering them and so many. I feel sorry for him. Anyway, um, he's giving a Blue SCSI. I don't know if it will be a version 1 or version 2. I hope it will be a version 2 that we can stick in here because they're better. Although version 1 is fine too because this is an older Mac. It's not going to benefit from the actually speed improvements and all that. So anyway, man, I need to shave. Um, so the giveaway, we will be making a video shortly of what it entails and how you can do it. It will be comment related to that video, and a winner will be selected at random, and that person can get the machine. Um, I'm gonna add into it at the price that I'll pay. I will pay for the. I'll I'll give up to $40 for the actually shipping, packaging, and the shipping, and then we'll see. unless someone else wants to take that as the giveaway that they will do. But for now, I will contribute that also. So what we're gonna do with this board today is that we are gonna continue working with it. Oh, before I do that, credits for the Marcintosh logo design by Havemaster. You can find him on YouTube. All of my previous videos where I was showing this credit, well, in OBS, I forgot to add the microphone to the scene, so stupid me did not have any audio. But I fixed it thanks to actually Flint that told me about it, that error. Now I have audio on the scene. Thank you, Flint. Um, Go and visit Havemaster. He is creator of this logo and great guy where Apple II stuff, Apple IIc, Apple IIcs, and other things that he's getting into, and the master of retro writing. So, um, I am also available on coffee.com/kmacvintage. On that site is my blogs, my gallery, and my shop. I do have 3 things available in the shop right now. They are the Apple III floppy adapter that will allow you to connect a floppy EMU or a Apple II floppy drive to it. If you do connect the Apple II, there are some jumpers inside that you have to jump over with a solder ball or something. So be aware of that. Um, and the ROMs for the tech step, I can make all 5 ROMs, and I can even make some prototype ROMs that they had. So then also on there is my service for the SE30 Reloaded. Although I need to see how many boards I still got left because I'm working on 2 of them right now. But I can now also do Reloaded Classics. This is one that is almost finished. All I'm waiting on are these 4 sockets to arrive on Monday. I can put them in and I can test this board and see. I have another one ready to go because I need to do another one also. So I have that. And um, I am going to be ordering the boards for the LC, LC2, LC3, the 2CX, and the Plus. All those can now be reloaded. A few other things that I'm working on. I'm working on a Tash 30. I'm working on um, pick to ADB PLCC adapter type thing device. I'm working on the AT Tiny RTC clocks for the SE30, and supposedly it can work on other ones too that have the same chip that are using PLCC. So I'm getting a PLCC adapter made that then we can put the same chip programmed and all onto that adapter, and you can have a new RTC clock. So a lot of things in the pipeline, and also there is a special device that we're going to be releasing soon that will help a lot of people on the Classic Macs. Okay, so here's where we are with this board. Like I said, now what we're going to start doing is I can solder in this socket, this one, this one, this one. Down here, I cannot do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 6 I can't do. And I can do these 2. These I don't have yet. But we will continue. I mean, I've got a lot of stuff already on here. And on the old board, I did get all of this stuff taken out already. Okay, floppy, SCSI. The 2 reset switches are out. Okay, there they are. I have the power connectors out, so I can reuse as a line filter. I have the 4 connections on the back, the 2 ADB, and then the serial and the printer, SCSI, floppy, speaker connector, audio connector, another filter, 1 cap I took out. So, and the metal bar is also out already. So I have all of that stuff already taken out, which is great because then we can just move along. So, the phone to over there. And let's start putting in some of these sockets. We're gonna work under the scope Let's go to scope view. We have microphone, we have everything, and we have not that one. These two little ones here to put in. I'll focus you right now. I can only do one at a time, so let's just do one right in the middle. You have good focus there. I have good focus. You have better focus now. So that's one of the small sockets. Let me sort out my sockets here. Okay. I got 3 of those tiny ones to put on. All right, so I need to move the board out of the way first. Where did this one come from? Okay, that came from there. Okay. Oh, before that, I want to put on these 2 ferrite beads before I lose them. So I got 2 ferrite beads that popped off, so we're gonna throw those on the board here quick. We can put one right there at L21. Well, hold on, where did those come from? They're all the same. They're all the same values. Okay, that came from 18 and 19. So we'll put them back at 18 and 19, which was, where's 18 and 19? Right here. 18 and 19. Right there. What is, oh, the clock fell out. The crystal. Okay. Flux, 18 and 19. Boom, boom. All right, I already got my soldering iron on. I need to just clean it a little bit. I thought it was on. It went off. I have my coffee. I need a little bit more coffee. It's still early. Okay. All right, ferry bead number 1. Let's go. Here we go. Yeah, still got some copper, some visible on the other side there. Somebody posted a Discord message. The only reason why we're doing this now is like what I said. These 2 came off, and I don't want to lose them because though I do have some ferrite beads, I don't know if they're the same value as what this board needs. How do you measure the value of a ferrite bead? Or how can you determine what it is? Can you just put a scope? Can you just put a meter on it and see something? I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Anyway, okay. Anyone know? I'll gladly learn. All right, let's do this one here that's in the middle by itself kind of first because it's also right by the crystal. That way then I can solder the crystal in place. Now, why is this crooked on the camera but not on my screen? I don't know what I see. All right, so before we can put on the socket, first thing we need to do is take out that inner piece. Okay, so with my snips, I come in as close as I can to the edge there, and I just snip them. Now, I should try one with my other solder tip That's a very fine point. Let's see if I can do it with keeping that piece in. Okay, that piece is out. I need some flux all along there. Where is your corner? Okay. Corner, corner. I think that's corner. Yeah, that's the angled one. Okay, so that comes on here like this. Oops. Well, don't use the hot tip for positioning this. It will melt it. Oh shoot, I grabbed the wrong one. Which one did I cut? Okay, there we go. Let's get some solder on my tip. And let's secure it. Okay. That side looks good. I'm not twisting it. I'm just pushing down to make sure that it is level with the board. Or I hit the other ones. Okay, you got to remember that pushing down. Okay, don't go twist it, especially with the larger ones where the side walls can shift on you because you don't have the support in there. You want to try not to deform it because really by cutting that support out is where you're giving it an opportunity to deform. Okay, that one is on. Okay, so one of the small ones is on. You know what? Where's my other soldering iron? I want to see something here. Let's take a look at something. If I was to come in here with this, it might take a bit more work. But you know what? Let's give it a shot. That's just what we're here for, right? We're here to learn. We're here to try different things. So let's try this other soldering tip. I'm not gonna cut this one out, so I'm gonna use the one that I already submerged in some flux. Just down here. Angle is there. Okay, so this one goes on like this. And because my surface area is so much smaller, I'm gonna go with a little bit higher heat because it's just the tip really that I'm soldering with, remember? So let's go put a little bit of solder on this. You see, and oh, I go poke myself. Smart, Will. No, I don't like this. Maybe just because this connector is so small. See, the solder didn't stay on the tip. The solder moved up on the shaft. All right, let's see what I can do here. It's a bit more time consuming. It does work, and then I mean, I don't have to be so precise. I can leave the solder a bit heavier on there. See? Okay. I mean, it's working. So it is doing it. Okay, it is soldered down. That's it. I mean, it's good and secure. So let's try one more. Maybe just need to use a bit more flux also. And now do the one right next to it. The solder does flow nicely. I mean, once you get the pad and the pin hot, it knows where to go. Get more flux in there. As soon as I start seeing that point, I know it needs flux. I see a little bit of melting there. I gotta be careful. Stop trying to do everything without turning the board well. Turn the board so you can get a better view. Okay, are we all down? Yes, we are. Let's take a look. So I guess we can solder them like this. It's just more time consuming, but I mean it does do it. I want to check these that I got some solder on. Make sure that they're still flexible. Okay, so those are on. Let's do this crystal. I would normally try to put that in a socket, but for some reason the sockets are not doing as good as I thought they would. The legs on the crystals have been cut, so they're not as long, and I need them long. Yes, I'm using the different soldering tip right now. This is the curved tip. Okay, crystal is in, so I'm not too worried about that falling out anymore. All right, those are my 3 small sockets. My next one is one like this, and I already cut it. So we can let that one wait. We can go try this one. I mean, I love to leave the support in there. my curve side here. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna once I started with the curve with the support still in there, I have to finish it. So be careful where I have that iron. So let me melt some and see where I'm at. That's 1 point down. I'm gonna try to get one at each side secured. Okay, that's not going nowhere now anymore. Okay, we're gonna be. Let me bring you a better view here. This is gonna be painstakingly slow. I'm sorry, and painstakingly boring because I gotta do each pin. Solder. I Hey, one side done. Wow, that went quicker than I thought. Not so bad. I mean, once because this is a bigger one, and I got a lot more space to work with. I mean, it's I got a little bit more space, and I'm getting the hang of it better. And if I do little fuck ups like that, I can doesn't matter because it's raised. Uh-oh, now how am I gonna get rid of the solder ball? Flux. Solder ball gone. Don't like how much solder there is on that pin. Okay, that's a bit nicer. Tell. On a ground plane there or something. Temperature is still high. A little bit of melting there. Okay. 3 sides done. Am I right? The 3 sides are done? No, just 2. Okay. Uh, for these larger ones, I do think keeping that support in is a good idea. I mean, it can, but it's a lot slower. Well, this one going quite a bit faster. Okay. That's 3, and now the last side. Flux to your benefit. Alright, there is one thing over here I want to try to check, but I need to go over the edge for that. I thought I see it. I don't know if y'all see it. Oh, I just poked myself with my tweezers. They're so sharp. They, this high solder thing is below the plastic, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, I'm alright with that. Where did I put my cap? I left it up there. Those tweezers have the points on those are so sharp. Oh. So there's one with the support still in it. I don't know. I'm a give and take on that. I really don't. I don't know. I kind of like it with. I mean, I can see the purpose for it, especially in these big ones. So, but for us to see an example, I'm gonna do this one by cutting it. Okay, so this one I'm gonna cut. Okay, so snip. This is for the glue chip. Now you can see already by me just cutting it, you can see how the sides are bowing, but they're only bowing when I cut it. So we did three of them by leaving the sides in, well the base. And we're going to do this one by cutting it out. I'm going to first see how this is going to sit. Okay, let's go. All right, now I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more. I'll try to give you a good view too, because I want to see better where I'm soldering. Before I do it that way, I need to place it first, and with that, I need to see overall. You might not see the overall view. And I'm gonna switch back to my other soldering iron. Mm. I hear someone asking me a question. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pause the video. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to check on a message and I had to go use the restroom. So, a little bit more heat. All right, we have that one there. I have it ready. Where's my angled side? All right, you need a little bit of solder. Because of the size, I'm just gonna try to anchor a couple points. Just no. See what I see is the top. Top is okay. That's better. Okay. Okay. Now I feel a little bit better about it. Piece in there, I'm quicker and better goes. I can see if I'm doing a better job. Okay, all that side done. All right, let me zoom in so y'all can get a better look too. Okay, the pads are. Okay, I'm not doing belly push. I don't know, for some reason I like soldering them like actually does more. I just feel more secure with it. The other way is nice because it keeps the support in there. Right, you can see when my iron tip runs out of solder. It just refuses to solder and I need to reload it. See, it's it needs reloading. It's empty. It's not shooting out. You usually get a couple of legs. Yeah, I'm running out. Okay, we're good with that one. Okay, one last one that we can put on, which is the one for the ADB. I hope soon to have an ADB replacement. You know, some people are working on it, and I'd like to be some of the first to try to make it available for others. The one from here. No. Oh, I have to get a socket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 14, 14, 28. I need a 28. That's one of these. But where's the inners for that? That's one of these. It's not a 20, it's a 28. There you go. I have all my sockets in bins in a tray. Two, three, four, five, six, seven, yeah. See, this one possibly could be a bit easier to solder with the support still in it, but I just find it much easier. It's quicker to do it without the support in there. Is it the best thing? Probably not, but it works. It just needs to hold the chip. I mean, how many times are you going to take that chip out? Oh, can you see that? And with a socket, it's even a little bit forgiving if you don't get it lined up exactly, like this one is right here. Okay. We're done with those PLCs that I can do for now. So we are now going to I have to solder that CPU down. So I'm gonna work on this CPU. I have a lot of pins here to solder. And let me start a couple for you to see. But because it's so many and boring for you, I'll finish it off camera. I'll pause it and then finish it and then come back. So basically, all we're gonna do is see, so that's all we're gonna be doing. But let me pause this and I'll come back. All right, folks, I've finished the CPU. It wasn't that bad. I now have the 4 sockets in for the ROM, for the PLC ROM, so I'm gonna solder those in. I don't know why here Bolt chose to use socketed, because they're gonna become harder to find eventually. I mean, I think. I guess it was because of space and how he had to run the traces and SMD. You'll have to poke through because everything's got to go to the top. with with through hole, it can stay on the bottom. The trace can stay on the bottom. It doesn't have to go to the top. I don't know how much it is. You okay? Yeah, you can see well. Oh, so this board coming along. Compared to my first reloaded, that I was so cautious and so unaware. Um, I mean, when people see these, they're like, "Oh my God, that's a lot of work." But these are not so bad because you can get the bottom, the backside, the underside with all the little surface mount resistors and capacitors um, already pre-assembled for most part of it. The apparently the other boards that have just recently come out for the LC, LC2, LC3, there's no pick and place file. There's no pre-assembly option yet. I don't know if they'll make it. I mean, on those boards, yeah, you have a hell of a lot more to go and transfer over. Because you have all the small little surface mount components. And, okay, ROM sockets are in. Let's see, what else can I do now that, I'm thinking of height level, you see, so, um, I can do the floppy. This is a used floppy, so I'm gonna, the one I took off of the original board from Mr. Ron. So that one went in. Now let's see if we can get the SCSI in. Yeah, but I need to push some pins down. What I'm doing is I'm running. Oh, you can't even see. My apologies. Here, some of these pins are a little bit too high, so what I'm doing is I'm taking something like this and running it over the top and seeing where, because you see here it's all nice and smooth, it's not making any contact with any of the copper pins. As soon as I get to here, it's sticking on one or two of these, so I need to push them. Just the pins. So another way to see it is like this, to see which ones are a little bit too high. And the same thing with the floppy. Okay, that's good. Let's go see how they are and see how we can solder. The floppy is right here. All those pins look like they're about the same height through. Okay, now pardon me of how I like to solder, like this. That was a belly push. Oh my god, I can see myself already getting known as the belly push guy. I am belly push and Steve is crotch waffle. Don't ask. And Joe is a thingamaboo. Okay. Floppy is in. Now let's take a look at the SCSI, see how those pins look. They all look about right. I'm going to zoom this out a little bit so that you can see more while I solder. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Okay, so y'all can see seven deep. Okay, so here we go. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. One, two, four, five, six, seven. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These four, I'm gonna do them off camera. You won't see me do them, but they're done. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Too much solder on that tip. Okay. That is done. Those two are in. We can do this big fat power connection. Now, on this power connection, okay, we see here little notch right there, little indentation coming out. And if we look on the connector, we see it right there too. So that tells you how this is gonna come in. But I'm not gonna do that yet. That's too high. All right, what I want to put in is the floppy. I need to check and make sure these pins look good. We're gonna attach this in here, the back side here. I'll snap right in and do the same thing with the SCSI one. Okay, those snap nicely in, so there'll be no issue soldering them. Yeah, we can see the whole floppy connector, except for the two snap-ons. Alright, I'm gonna come down to the SCSI one. Oh, this is so nice and relaxing. I wish I could play some music in the background, but YouTube with their copyright stuff. Okay, now these points here, I'm gonna fill the hell out of this with some solder. There we go. Alright, now I turn the board and then I'll get the pins on the other side. Again, this is just because of my soldering method. I don't like to have anything on this side too much. But in some cases I can't avoid it, like on the CPU socket. But if I can avoid it, I'll try, because like you saw, if you bridge something and if you have a lot of pins close by, you could easily end up having a 3-way or 4-way bridge. And then you end up having a blob. Oh, let's see, is my audio recording? Yes, it is. Okay, I just gotta make sure sometimes. I put in some. I went to the store this morning and I forgot to get batteries, so I had to recycle some batteries that I had in something else. I had to steal it out. Okay, so we have those on. Can we do the? throw the two ADBs on here. I'm just gonna secure one pin. Okay. Hmm. Do I got some pins here bent? No. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's secure one more pin. Okay. Now that they're secured, I can come and show you what I've done. Okay, so these are the things I'm working on here, the two ADBs. So I secured one of the connection pins, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the others. Okay, now I need to throw some solder into these points here. Okay. Now we go over here and do the other two. These are the ones for the printer and the serial. They're both the same, so it really doesn't matter which one goes where. And if you were good taking them out, they're very easy to go in. Again, here too, I'm just gonna go and secure one pin on each. And sorry you can't see me do that because I need to hold them with one hand and then solder with the other. Okay, now that they're secure, I can bring you into view. They are right here. There's one of them. Again, you can see how close these pins are. Okay, so now I gotta Secure this with some solder blobs there. Really don't need to put that much in, but okay. We're left now with the audio jack. That will snap in right here. That too came out nice and straight, so we should be able to go back in nice and straight, and it does. So this one here, right there, flabbering. It's okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some solder in that one and lift it up. I'm gonna heat that back up, and then I can push it in good and secure it. Now we should be in there nice and flat. Let's take a look. Yes, it is. Okay, so now I can go ahead and hit all these other connection points. This here is for some other stuff that Boyle has added to the board. I'm not sure. Well, let's see what it does here. It's got audio coming to there. It's something about adding speaker or something. I'm not sure. Anyway. Okay, so that's in. Why does that look like it's so sideways? Hmm. I like how that went in. It looks very sideways to me, so guess what's gonna happen? Try to take it back off. It just looks sideways to me on the board. Without the flux, the solder doesn't come out all the way. See what I mean by sideways? Look at this. You see? It just looks sideways. Oh, it's not that because the inside is. put a new one on here. I don't like to put... Y'all see how that's popping open? Something in there is stopping this piece from sliding all the way over. See that? Actually, it looks like the whole thing melted. So, I'm not gonna use that one. I'll get a new one. I have them. I can need to find it in my box here. Do I have an older one I can reuse? Yeah, I have a recycled one. A bag within a bag. Oh, come on now. Recycle, reuse. Nothing says it has to be a brand new part, right? The whole board, it came off of the whole socket and everything came off. That's fine. We'll just pop that off like that. They got a little bit of melt, but that's okay. Alright, let's pop this one in there. Okay, and you see that one went in a lot straighter. See? That went in a lot better. What I call my little quality control. I just didn't like how it looked. Okay. Alright, that's everything along that back row is in. I don't want to do that yet. I do that last. Let's get these two switches in. We got the two switches. Okay, we can put these two switches in. They go over here. Okay, see, so 1, 2. They're the ones I took off, so they should be fine. And they snap in because this black piece here is really just a separate piece of plastic that holds it up. Someone finally made the actually 3D file for that, so you can now print them out. And I have some of them. The ones I have, though, I printed them a bit different. See, they're like in a clear type 3D printed plastic. So that's only if I need them, because you can buy the buttons, but the buttons come without the back. And for some reason, you can't find the back. So I have to buy them. I have to make them. So let's go solder these. 4 points right there. Quick and easy solder. Okay. That's soldered on there. This guy here just drops into the socket. I have to do that under the scope. We have this one line conditioner here that needs to go in. Guess maybe I should have done that before I did those switches. Because boy, that's in a tight spot. It's in. Let me secure one leg and then I'll come and do the rest under the scope. Okay, now we can do the rest under the scope. There it is right there. Okay, that's in. What else do I have? Speaker jack. Here. Okay, I got one capacitor right here. What does that capacitor look like? It's, I guess on Bowl's board it's a bit different. And make sure that that's the one that I took off. Yeah, the other one is still on. This is a 220/50. Wow. Okay, the positive is on this side. You can solder it a little bit from the top first just to secure it. And flip it over. That's just to hold it. Right, it's ready for sticking through. I'll give them a snip. That's in. Where are we? I can do the power connector, but I want to do those caps first. I need to take the caps off of the other board. So, um, coffee finished. I kind of want another one. Time is it? 11. Yeah, I'll have another coffee. I'll be right back. All right, I've come back. I made a coffee. Shoot, I should have taken those caps off. Well, I was paused, but it's all right. We'll take them off quick here. Okay, these are the last three caps I need to put on. Okay, again, remember these caps are a bit big for this board, but yet they still go on pretty good. I can still see a little bit of copper on the sides. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so I can see it a bit better and give you a better view also. Okay, soldering iron, still on, load it up, get the cap. Oriented in the proper position. That side is on. That side is on. Get a little bit more solder. And my orientation is correct with the line being positive side. Alright, now I'll turn the board and get the other side. Cover it till I see no copper color or gold color. Now we can come and check. Okay, the caps are in. Now we can put in this plug. Go ahead and flip over and solder that in place. That's the highest thing right now on the board, so it's pushing against it. There you are. See, there's a ferrite bead right there below it. But I am still going to push down on it. Alright, they're looking for me. It's either WhatsApp or a text. Since my other computer hasn't beeped yet, I think it's a WhatsApp. Probably from my mother. Okay, that's in. What else can we do? I can do that cap. Still got to do the SIM sockets and this other socket. I have them. Let's see here. That, if I'm not mistaken, that cap is a 470. Um, uh, Alright, let's go to Bruce's recap of Mac.com.au from Branca's Creation, resources, SE30. I just want to confirm that cap. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 470/16, and yes, it is. 470/16. That can go. I want to make sure. Yeah, that's so. I do have those 470/16s. I actually have a bunch of them. So let's make sure. 470/25 is good enough. Okay, I bent them and let's go solder them. Alright, legs, there you are. The backside on the board for me to focus it for you. What I look for is an area of text to see when that text becomes in focus, because that's really the best way for me to tell. I'm keeping that a bit longer because there are the sides. Okay. We can snip these legs off. Cap it on, let the solder flow through to the other side. Somewhat. Let's make it look a bit nicer. That side looks okay. Alright, what else can we put on here now? I got this big piece here to solder on. This is the expansion. Let me zoom out. This is the expansion for over here. Be right back. Hey folks, I'll come back. I started soldering this expansion port back on. It's just a lot of points, so I did most of it. I left the last few here for you to see. Now, I just normally it's not my way. I don't like having things on this side, but in this situation, I have no choice. So I just do it in sections like this, in pieces. Like I was doing like 8 or 9, and then I had to move it on the scope. Okay, so now that whole piece is in there. And if we expand out, there it is. Okay, it's in. All right, so really now, what I have left that is through hole are the sim sockets. And is the sim sockets. Okay, anyway, yeah, so let's, that and this back support that I still need to put in. I mean, I don't really want to put that in yet because it will interfere, it's so high, so it will give me a little bit of trouble with the sim socket, so I'll put that in last. Then I need to do the ferrite beads too. Oh, you know what? I can do the ferrite beads from now without too much trouble here. Okay, because the ferrite beads are gonna go on. Let's see where we can find some of them. Okay, so I got 1, 2 there, 2 more there to do. Let's go do some of that because we need to get that done anyway. So I'm gonna put down some flux where they gotta go. Okay, so let's get them off of this board with some heat. Like this. And what I'm gonna do is, as I take them off, I'm gonna plop them onto this other board. Based on where I take them off. Just so I know that I put them in the right spot. So this is L17, my next one here. L21. L11. Four more to go. I decided to do them now because if I do the sim sockets first, it's gonna sit out of balance when I try to work on the back of the board. Alright, that should be it for taking them off. So now, I don't like how this thing keeps on twisting on me. I mean, it's not. Okay, so let's start from here, L15. Alright, so for all of these, I gotta load my. We'll do one side of all of them, and then come back and hit the other side. So that way, then, because I already got the flux on here, we just put it on and hit that side, so we see no more gold color. Now right up here should be some more. Okay, then my next one should be here. Then we go way up here. Getting to the end here. Start from this side. I already did 2 up there that were loose. Came loose when I was doing other stuff, so. They're all connected. Now I'll flip over the board and we'll do the other side. Okay, now let's see where 15 was the first one. Is the alt focus okay over there? Debris that was picked up. Those were the 2 I already did earlier. I think that's all of them. Yeah, it's 15 of them, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, yeah, fire beads are all on. So that's one thing we have done. Need to look under the scope like this doesn't want to go in. That side goes in. There we go. That's in. SIM sockets. Made my coffee and I haven't drank any of it yet. I don't need hot air. Let's put that tool away. Don't need that. This can go away. That can go away. Flux I'm gonna need. That chip I'm gonna need. That chip goes to this board, right? Let me see here. Yes. Matter of fact, let's stick it in there so I don't lose it and it doesn't get damaged. On one of these, on this I have to cut these pieces off. This is why I'm like, okay, well, let's try to solder some of these PLCCs in without taking the support out. But on this one, I took it out. This is for this small little guy here. So once we trim that, we're just gonna stick that in there. Now I'm just putting this chip in here for now, just so it doesn't get lost, okay? Because it's the chip that goes right here. So now you see with the PLCC, you see how nice it's guided in by everything and snaps in. That's it. Okay. Same thing with the processor. The processor I have here, I want to put that on the board. Gotta see why it doesn't want to go in some sockets. That's not how I took it out. I took it out with my angled pick. See, what I'm checking for are these keyed ones. So 2, 2, 1, yeah, this is how it goes in. I want to go in on some of those. Checking all of them. Anything here bent, because it came up straight out of the socket. Okay, that's in. See, sometimes a little bit of cleaning helps. Cool, that's it. I'm happy. All right, folks, what I've done is I've um, gone and I put in the 8 SIMs. Now they're just tacked on. I just have 2 pins holding it in the board, so it was for me to align it and secure and make them nice and flat. So they're in there good. This is really the second to last thing I got to do on this board. So So then you see I have it here. I mean, I can solder it this way. That way, it won't take long. It'll go pretty quick. And yeah, it's 30 pins for each row, but what? It'll go quick. Watch this. So it gives us a chance to chit chat. So how should I give this away? How should the group do this raffle? We need to make the person say anything. Maybe put in the hashtag for the event and the a hashtag for my channel. Okay, now you're not going to be able to. Where did I leave off? Right there. Okay, we have these four here that we're working on. So, yeah, I mean, you'll have to leave a comment on a certain video that I'm going to make. Then I'll use the raffling methods that they have to pick a random winner. Now, I do think that if you already really have a SE30, I think you should try to leave it for someone that doesn't. Now, I have no way of knowing that, no way of controlling that. But I would presume on the honor system you could be so kind. So I know quite a lot of people don't have a SE30 and they would really like one. Like the Macintosh librarian, she doesn't have one. Um, I hope with all this work that's being done to make this board, you're not just going to abandon this board. If you're in other parts of the world, I guess you can still take part in it. It's just the shipping is going to be astronomical. But in, like I said, I'll cover $40 of the shipping, or if someone else wants to contribute. I had to reorder my sim boards for the RAM, so I'm hoping they get here in time for me to make the RAM that I need. And I ordered it, I forgot to click the thinner board. So the boards I have, they will go in the sim socket, but they're very tight. So, anyway, gave me a chance to order some more things that I needed. Email. Probably nothing important though. I don't get too much important anymore. Ooh, I need to answer that email for Steve. Okay, that's it. The SIM sockets are soldered in. What is left? That back guardrail. That's it. More junk mail. I love it when I get an email that my Apple ID has been breached, or I need to sign in, and it going to the email address that is not even using my Apple system. Aye. All right, yeah. Thing is that I can't really focus this too well. What I gotta do now is that there are these legs here in the back. These things here that need to get a little bit of turn. They're the things that hold the. Okay, then I'll hold that. Now I can go and solder it. So we'll start over here. I can't go higher with my scope, so really that's the best I can do for you. Those don't have solder points. I can't solder those. That solder's not gonna go anywhere. Maybe the PCB manufacturer can't put anything square there. They see there's no copper. I don't know if that's the manufacturer or if that's a design flaw, or. Okay, folks, I don't think there's anything else I can solder on this board. Let me switch cameras here. What are we? Okay, we have do. Okay, so the Macintosh reloaded board, purple one. So just about everything on it is moved and done. You can see everything. Oh, I got to put on the battery thing. One last thing to solder. Um, what is left on it is these sockets. Once I get them, I'll put those on. Then, oh, I forgot these two diodes over here. Well, those two transistors. Okay, I'll move those off of the other board and put them over here. I'll do that off camera. That's really nothing that important, that critical. Um, yeah, those are the two only diodes that are missing. Everything else is already moved. That chip is already put in. So once I get these sockets, then I'll take off these chips. Because once I finish soldering, I'm gonna give it an actually ultrasonic cleaning, and then the last thing I do is actually pop in the chips. Okay, some are already in, but I'll take out this. I'll take out this one. The ROM I'll take out. This actually video ROM I'll take out. So I need to put these two transistors there. That's it. But everything else is on, and everything's come off of this. So I have the ROM PLC sockets. Maybe I'll try to work on some ROM today, although I can't test them because I don't have anything to test them with, and my working SE30 board is giving me some trouble. Maybe I'll work on fixing that machine up. I have to fix that. I don't know why that board is giving me trouble. Anyway, oh, it's sitting down here under the table. So you can see about everything is back on this board. Really, it's really not that much work compared to 2 hour video yesterday, 2 hour and today. So 4.5, 4.5, 5 hours really. I could easily get one of these done in that amount of time. So um, pretty good results from almost 15 hours the first time that I did it. I do need to snap these two pieces off, these two rails, but that's fine. I can snap them off at any time. Um, and yeah, um, the board is practically ready. I'm very happy with the outcome. I mean, a couple hours worth of work, and look at what we have. Um, so now I've got two boards. I really have three boards that are waiting for these sockets to arrive. So anyway, again, let's have a thank you for Havmaster, for Javmaster, Javier Riviera, for making this logo. And I'm basically going to end this video now. This is part 2 of the SE30 reloaded for the giveaway. I'll do the minor 2 little transistors that I need to take off and move. And I'll solder in the battery connector. That's it for this board, and it sits and waits for the sockets to arrive. So folks, if you'd like to see how this is coming along, make sure you come back for part 3. Part 3 will probably be the final, where I solder these on. I may solder them on off camera and then clean the board, and then part 3 is just the testing to make sure that it works, because I've got 2 SE30s to test now. I've got one classic, and I'll probably have another classic to test. So anyway, if you like the video, do a thumbs up for me, please. Smash on that like button. That will help me. You can find me on ko-fi.com, ko-fi.com, Cayman Vintage. There is my blogs, pictures, different things, and a small store that I have of some things right now. I will be adding some more items to it soon. So make sure you check out Eric's Edge. He's one of the donators to this machine. Ron's Computer Videos and Joe's Computer Museum. Those are all people that have channels, and they can be found on actually YouTube. So let me see if I can put some links in my description, in my description below, so you can find them easier. Okay, folks, thank you for watching, and be on the lookout for part 3. Thank you. Bye bye.